The Premier League turns 25 on the 15th of August, which means it is probably older than most of you watching this video. And over those 25 years, there have been a lot of things that have gone on, from the good to the bad to the very, very ugly. Here's looking at you, Luke Chadwick. Anyway, with all that being said, we're going to have a look at some really interesting facts that you probably didn't know about the Premier League. Red cards. In the past 25 years, there has been an incredible 1,477 red cards, with an average of more than 59 per season. The most red cards in a single season was 72, which happened in 3 different campaigns: 97-98, 2002-2003, and 2005-2006. The fewest red cards in one season was just 28, which was the 93-94 season. Everton has managed to pick up the most red cards in Premier League history with 86, and unsurprisingly, former Everton player Duncan Ferguson has the joint most dismissals with 8 alongside Patrick Vieira. Foreign influence. During the opening Premier League weekend of the 1992-93 season, only 13 players were either not British or not Irish. Fast forward to last season's opening day, and 112 out of the 220 players were all foreign. In fact, in the past 2.5 decades, there has been 3,835 players from 113 different nations, including likes of Montserrat, Pakistan, and St. Kitts and Nevis. With so many footballing imports, when was the first ever non-British Premier League 11? Well, that was back in 1999, when Gianluca Vialli fielded a Chelsea side against Southampton containing not a single British or Irish player. While they were the first side to do it, they've only ever actually done it on 3 occasions. Arsenal, on the other hand, have done it a whopping 149 times, which is 105 more than second place Wigan and 132 more than third place Fulham. Goals. To date, there has been 25,769 goals scored in the Premier League. The only team to have scored more than 100 goals in the league and not win it was Liverpool back in the 2013-14 season. They netted 101 times, just 1 fewer than Man City, and 2 fewer than record holders Chelsea, who scored 103 goals in the 2009-2010 season. Jumping back down to the bottom of the table, which were the side to have scored the most goals but managed to get themselves relegated? Yep, that was Blackpool in the 2010-2011 season, who netted 55 times, the same as Spurs, who finished 5th, but still managed to get themselves relegated. The fewest goals scored at home was by Man City, when they netted just 10 times in 2006-2007 campaign, and that season their top scorer was Joey Barton with 7 goals in all competitions. Life before money, eh? The club with the fewest goals, but who managed to stay up, was Leeds United in the 96-97 season. George Graham's side scored just 28 times, but surprisingly finished 11th, 6 points clear of the relegation zone. Goals again. The first ever Premier League goal was netted by Brian Deane in a 2-1 win by Sheffield United over Manchester United. He netted after just 5 minutes, writing his name in footballing history. As for hat-tricks, we all know that Eric Cantona was the first to score a hat-trick, but who was the first player to score 3 and then lose the game? Well, that was Matt Le Tissier, who actually did it twice. First, he netted 3 against Oldham in 1993, but went on to lose 4-3, and then he did it again 2 years later against Nottingham Forest, and again lost 4-3. Someone like Le Tissier deserves a lot more than this. The youngest Premier League hat-trick scorer was a certain Michael Owen, while the oldest, or at least the oldest that we can find, was Gordon Strachan, who was 36 when he creaked his way into the history books. As for goals at the other end, well, Richard Dunne scored 10, the most own goals in Premier League history, but Jos Højveld, who played just 28 times, scored 4 own goals, which works out at around 1 in every 7 games. So we can easily see why Southampton binned him. Wins and losses. Which club has the most Premier League wins? Well, it's no surprise that it's Manchester United with 604, which is pretty damn impressive. The club with the fewest though in Premier League history is Swindon Town, who managed to win just 5 times in their one and only Premier League campaign. Now, we all know that Derby County hold the record for the fewest points in one season, winning just once. In fact, Derby, Sunderland and Ipswich actually hold the joint record for losing the most games in one season, though the Tractor Boys did play 4 extra games. All 3 of them somehow managed to lose 28 times in a single campaign, which is pretty dreadful. And finally, the team which picked up the most points but still got relegated in a 38-game season was West Ham. In the 02-03 season, the Hammers managed to accumulate 42 points, which was 16 more than 19th and only 8 points off finishing in the top half of the league. And there's our stats and facts. Be sure to hit that like button if you haven't already, share this video, and why not think about subscribing to our channel for more great daily content. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.